Who are the Sith? Sith funeral procession for Mark Aragnos. The standard for the 11th nome is topped by a Set animal, and the name of the main town, Shtp, means the pig Set is pacified, and Set was worshipped in his form, as a fish in the capital of the 19th nome. Set was the black boar who swallowed the moon each month, obscuring its light. The Greeks associated Set with Typhon, the largest monster ever born. Typhon was the son of the earth and Tartarus, the place of torture in Hades, and thoroughly evil. Both were storm gods associated with the color red and with pigs, whose meat was considered to be unclean by many cultures including the Egyptians. However, unlike Typhon, Set had a protective role, and even in his negative aspects the Egyptians understood his place in the world. He was dangerous and unpredictable, but could be a powerful friend. During the Ptolemaic period, a temple to both Horus and Sobek, who was often associated with Set, as both took the form of a crocodile, was built south of Nut and named Ombos, now known as Ombos, after the god of the ancient city, Set. Copyright J. Hill 2010 Ancient Egypt Online Set. Here are a few images of warthogs. And here are some images of members of the Sith species, the official ones ostensibly being property of Disney, the others being property of their individual owners. You might consider the physical similarities between members of the Sith species and both actual examples of African pigs and also reference to the color red, which is associated with Set coincidental, but do not raise any objections to someone calling you an idiot if you do. And here's the way in which Sith is defined by Wikipedia. The Sith Order was a sect of Force sensitives, who utilized the dark side of the Force. The term Sith originally referred to a species of aliens native to the planets Korriban and Ziost, who were later enslaved and ruled by exiled Dark Jedi from the Galactic Republic. These Dark Jedi had once been members of the Jedi Order, a monastic Force religion dedicated to peace through the use of the light side of the Force. The Dark Jedi, who refused to rely exclusively on the light side, challenged the Jedi by giving into the dark side, which started the 100-year darkness. However, they had been defeated and subsequently exiled from known space, which led to their discovery of the Sith species. Following centuries of interbreeding and mixing of cultures between the aliens and the exiles, the Sith would no longer be identified by their race, but by their dedication to the ancient Sith philosophy. This religious order would survive in many different incarnations throughout galactic history. The rise of a new leader, or Dark Lord, would often cause drastic reorganizations in the cult. However, the Sith would always be characterized by their lust for power and their desire to destroy the Jedi Order. The Sith were the most infamous of all dark side religions, and the members of the cult were often seen as the pinnacle of power within the dark side. Throughout their long history, the Sith commanded several empires, and initiated many galactic wars. With such great influence, the Sith religion inspired many cults that weren't technically part of the Sith Order, nor did they consist of actual Sith. Instead, they were founded and made up of Sith devotees and other Force sensitives dedicated to prolonging the teachings and the memory of the Sith. Such cults included the Nadists, the disciples of Ragnos, and the Krath. So, what am I saying with this video? Am I claiming that the ancient Israelites were actually savage persons obsessed with war and destruction, which is the portrayal of the Sith species? Am I claiming that the theists who have come since claiming to be descended in ideology, if not heredity from the ancient Israelites, are actually wicked and savage as well? Of course not, and quite the opposite. I am conveying the fact, for which I have provided plenty of evidence elsewhere, that it is the intent of those responsible for the Star Wars mythology to horrendously slander and defame the ancient Israelites and all theists since them, but in a fictionalized, space alien populated galaxy far, far away context, which allows them to get away with it legally. Though I believe that Star Wars serves as evidence for those who have reasoning ability that the entire supposed conflict between secret societies and the Vatican itself, in the form of the specific Sith Palpatine and Vader, is a deception, the fact of the matter is that the core members of left-hand path ideologies do indeed love to give theism a bad name,